If you want to maintain your glutes while losing fat, your workouts are important, but don't forget that diet still plays a huge role. In today's video, I'm going to show you what I eat in a day to help me lean out while still maintaining my glutes. And this also doubles as a 3-day meal prep. First thing I eat in the morning is a banana and a protein shake. I like to start hitting my protein goal early on in the day, and this is something that can help you maintain your glutes while you're losing body fat, and I'm going to talk about that in more detail further on in the video, so keep watching. My first full meal, which is like my breakfast. The other thing is kind of like my appetizer to breakfast, and this is the first breakfast. This is when I make my big eggs and egg white combination that lasts for 2 meals. So I usually like to have eaten a meal and a snack by the time I work out. Often that meal, I'll eat it and then maybe work out like an hour and a half later. I do this just to try to give my body some extra fuel for my workout. Now, if you're somebody who wakes up early and you work out right away and you're not hungry, it's okay if you're not getting it a full meal. The main thing is your daily calories. Try and get something little like a protein shake and a banana. It doesn't have to be a big full-on meal before your workout. And the reason why I'm talking about like fueling myself for my workout so I have a good workout, it's because if you're not pushing yourself and getting stronger, your glute muscles are not going to be maintained or built, and that's when you're losing fat and the glutes are going to start to come down. It actually is going to benefit you more to eat those little bit extra calories, and then that way you have more energy to really push your workouts. So you're going to end up burning those calories anyways, and it's going to go towards shaping your glutes and building muscle. All right, so next is our eggs breakfast number 2. It's technically not even breakfast anymore. I don't really consider my meals that way. It's kind of just like meal 1, 2, 3, 4. For our protein source for this meal, it's the leftover eggs and egg whites. And now this is half of a sweet potato. I microwaved the entire thing yesterday, had half yesterday, and then I have the other half today. Super quick and easy and tasty. This recipe is similar to one of the recipes I have in the Knockout Body recipe book. Mine is kind of just a bit of a simplified version since we microwave the sweet potato. You can always alter things like that. Whatever's gonna be easiest for you that you can stick to. So then I just add this on, cut it all up, and then I add olive oil and typically avocado. My avocados are not ripe yet, so I can't use them, but that's okay because it just means extra olive oil and extra seeds. Pumpkin seeds, pepitas, woohoo. It's like sloshing around. To the microwave! So it kind of looks ugly, but I have the sweet potatoes. I kept the skin on because keeping the skin on is extra fiber, extra nutrients, which totally makes sense because it's the same for yellow potatoes. So yeah, it's yummy. So another really important thing to keep in mind when you're aiming to lose body fat is what builds muscle in a calorie surplus maintains muscle in a deficit. A lot of people think that your workout should be slow, heavy, long rests when you're trying to gain muscle, and then just the opposite of that when you're trying to lose fat. What builds muscle in a surplus maintains muscle in a deficit. So what that means is your workouts don't suddenly have to become super fast paced, no resting, go, 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 just because your goal has switched to fat loss. We want to be maintaining as much glute muscle as possible so we can lose fat, but keep the booty. So you still have the same focus on getting stronger. My workouts don't necessarily change much when I'm trying to lean out. The thing that changes is the calories and the overall activity level, like the cardio, the steps, and that stuff. In my next video, I'm going to be going into a little bit more detail on the workout aspect, so make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss out. All right, now we're doing our asparagus edamame pasta salad. Ooh. So I've got all my ingredients portioned out here. This is 3 days worth. Again, got our orzo pasta. It looks literally like rice. Like if you didn't tell me this was pasta, I'd be like, that's rice. But it's pasta. Surprise! We got our edamames. Now for me, I used frozen edamames. All I had to do was microwave it, so super quick and easy. Mix it in. Then we got our asparagus. And then we have, what are these called? Sun-dried tomatoes in a can. It's like a nice little extra bit of spunk. Now I'm adding in some Parmesan cheese. This is looking yummy. So I got some Himalayan salt, pepper, and a garlic and herb seasoning. The tomato makes it smell like a restaurant meal. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. You guys gotta taste it. It's technically supposed to be a pasta salad, so theoretically you'd let it sit in the fridge, cool down, or you could eat it right away if you don't have patience, which is often my situation. It's so but you can just taste all the flavors. I feel like I could use a little something more. Okay, so I'm adding this white wine vinegar. That is a nice extra touch. Right, Baxter? As I mentioned, this is how I'm eating to keep leaning out, tighten up, tone up a little more. But a lot of people associate leaning out and fat loss with not eating any carbs. Like, people would see pasta and think, yeah, sure, maybe that would grow my glutes, but how am I supposed to lose fat doing it? And that's a common misconception. Now, obviously, calories are gonna vary from person to person, and even in our plans, in our Knockout 2.0 meal plans, in a lower calorie range, sometimes I will suggest, oh, rather than real pasta, use a lower calorie substitute. It's not the food itself that is bad, it's the quantity. Because I have 1900 calories to work with, it's pretty easy to fit a little bit of pasta in. Don't be afraid of carbs. As I mentioned, it's gonna just fuel you to give you a better workout, which is going to help you build more muscle, which is gonna help you look more toned, which is gonna help you lose more fat. It's just a win-win situation. All right, and now we are at the last meal, the very exciting meal. It's Greek yogurt bar. Hear me out, this looks ugly, but it's so good. It actually came out so much better than I expected. So listen to this. It's peanut butter, chocolate chip, Greek yogurt. So I'll put the ingredients below in the description box. So if you guys want to try it out. We have another flavor, more of like a fruity one in the Knockout 2.0 recipe book. I have some type of sweet pretty much every single night. And this is something that we teach everyone who goes through the programs, my coaching, because you got to enjoy how you're eating if you actually want to maintain your results. So for the day, we are at a total of about 1900 calories and 130 grams of protein. Now, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I do like to space out my protein throughout the day. Every single time I ate, I had at least 20 grams of protein. This is for two reasons. The first one is that it ensures that you hit your protein goal. The second reason is it can be a little bit more beneficial for building and maintaining muscle if you spread your protein intake out as opposed to having it all just in like one or two really big portions. So key takeaways. First thing is that this isn't about eating exact specific foods. No food on its own is gonna make your glutes look better, but since your glutes are made of fat and muscle, it's really important that you're aiming to maintain as much muscle as you can as you're losing body fat. Because if your glutes are made of fat and muscle and you're losing fat and you've also lost muscle, then what's gonna be left there? Nothing. The second takeaway is to have a serving of protein at least around 20 grams every time you eat. And this is gonna ensure that you hit your protein goal. Because if you're not keeping up with it, you get to the end of the day and you're like, oh no, I'm nowhere near my goal, and then you just can't hit it. And we want our protein to maintain our glutes. And not only the glutes, but it's gonna benefit everything in the process. And the third takeaway is that carbs can be included in your diet when you're trying to lose body fat. It's not gonna prevent you from losing fat. All it's gonna do is give you more energy for your workouts, which will help you build more muscle, which will help you build more calories, which will help you lose more fat. It can help flatten your stomach, define your arms, whatever the goal is, muscle is gonna help you along the way. Okay, and that is going to conclude this video. My next video is going to elaborate a little bit more on the workout aspect of things. And don't forget that if you would like to have some assistance on leaning out, building muscle, maintaining the glutes, whatever the goal, if you want help reaching this goal, my Knockout Body 2.0 program is on sale right now. And we are also doing a challenge. So we're open for registration. The challenge starts Monday, June 28th. It is my summer kickoff challenge. Woohoo! So if you are interested in signing up, hit the link in the description box below, and I think that's it. Yeah. So check out some of my other videos in the meantime, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!